Our sole objective from this meeting was to build trust with Mr. Corbyn, but this will not be possible until he and his party turn their many strong words against anti-Semitism into equally strong actions.
But Mr. Corbyn insists he's absolutely committed to rooting out anti-Semitism within Labour. A judge has appeared to rule out a request for a terminally ill Liverpool toddler to be taken abroad for treatment. Alfie Evans has now been taken off life support. Doctors say further treatment's futile because of his degenerative brain condition. Police in Toronto say a man accused of driving his van into pedestrians posted a cryptic message online minutes before the incident. In one Facebook post, Alec Minassian voiced admiration for a man who killed 6 college students in 2014. He's been charged with 10 counts of murder and 13 counts of attempted murder. talkRADIO has been told the government is failing to understand people who have to claim benefits. It comes after the charity The Trussell Trust says food bank use is up 50% a year after a new welfare system was introduced. Devon Galani was part of the team behind the Universal Credit Scheme. He's now Director of Policy in Practice, which aims to make the welfare system easier to understand.
I think the fact that we exist is a problem in and of itself. So
hello YouTubers, hello Periscopers.
Simple and importantly stay simple as well, because there's always different people that want it to tweak one way or the other, but actually the net benefit to the country is when you've got a simple system where people know where they need to go and what support they're eligible for and what happens if they try and do something different.
And a regulator says it's investigating a potential breach of data protection rules after some TSB customers said they could access other people's accounts. The bank's been suffering from IT problems since Sunday and has apologised. After a rainy night for most, tomorrow we'll see a mix of blustery showers and sunny spells.
The Late Night Alternative.
Speakers up, please.
On talkRADIO.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here we go.
Laugh me a laugh.
Here we go.
Grin me a grin. And then I know that we can win. Dance me a dance. Joke me a joke. And blow the clouds away. You gotta play me a tune, or sing me a song, and we can help push life along. Just you and me, come on and see. Together we'll be okay. Open the door, open your heart, and then we got somewhere to start. Just turn around, look what we found. Today's a brand new day. You gotta run with me now, I'll show you how. The world is waiting, take a bow. Show them it's you, what you can do. Together we two can win. A rock out, Tommy, dance to a tune that this kid toy sings. A rock out, Tommy, just get up and spread your wings. Spread your wings, follow me through into the sun, and we can smile at everyone. You got a jolly with me, then we are free. It isn't hard to do. I said life is a song, so just sing along, and then we know we can't go wrong. Just you and me, come on and sing. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay.
So, I mean, oh man alive, did you see the end of Last Laugh in Vegas? Wasn't it flipping brilliant, man? It was brilliant. And do you know what? It's on ITV3 now, they're showing the full show that they did in Las Vegas. And do you know what? I'm just kind of tempted to... I don't know if our TVs get ITV3 in here, but I would be tempted just to sit back and to watch that. So you have permission. I don't give this out very often, dear listener. You have permission for the next hour to not listen to this show, because it will not be anywhere near as good as what was on ITV. Flippin' heck. I know we've banged on about this show a lot, but Last Laugh in Vegas has been totally the best TV show of the last, 15 years. Certainly the best British TV show in a long time. And I won't, no spoilers, but they do the show, and what a surprise, it goes brilliantly. It was just so well done. It was so well done. It was the perfect ending to what has been a perfect series. The only thing that would have made the series better, if it had been more than 4 episodes long. And seeing, flippin' heck, man, I'm not going to spoil it, okay? You know they do the show, and what a surprise, it goes well. But Cannon and Ball were funny as. They were all funny, but Cannon and Ball was spot on, man. Absolutely spot on. And they ended it with a routine that they've been doing for about 45 years. And it's brilliant. There's a brilliant... They end it with Wind Beneath My Wings and Bobby Ball falling asleep. Yes, but both men are approaching their 80s, so Tommy Cannon doesn't pick up Bobby Ball anymore and carry him off stage. But if you want to see a really, really funny comedy performance that is sparky and is bristling and is feels slightly more dangerous than it actually is, go onto YouTube, Cannon and Ball, the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club. There's a few of them. It's the one that ends with them singing Wind Beneath My Wings. Flippin' heck, man. It is funny. It is funny. Why don't they give Cannon and Ball another Saturday night show? Why don't they do that? Why don't you do that, drones at ITV? Oh no, hang on, not the drones at ITV. I work for ITV. They're good people. ITV are good people. Button 3 is a good channel, and they do good things. And I'm going to use all of my influence there, which is nada, to imagine this Saturday night. Not even doesn't have to be prime time, tea time. 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. Cannon and Ball hosting a show where they bring out all the others, do little bits, and Cannon and Ball are the main hosts. Are we calling them back? We called him back. That was quick. That's what I would do. That's what ITV needs to do now before they die. Because I was a bit with respect, when Tommy Cannon told me he was going to be 80 in June, I was a little bit, what? But that would be wonderful. I would watch that 5:45 on a Saturday, ITV, the Cannon and Ball show with special guests. Who wouldn't watch that? They were just seeing Bobby Ball on stage, pinging his braces. Flippin' heck, man. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Catherine's not here tonight. She's had the sadness of going to a funeral today. So she'll be back tomorrow, and we wish her well and send lots of love and all of these things, and we'll carry on, and we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Good evening, Dom.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, Dom.
Yeah, I'd come up with a new game, but I just heard then that Kath's not in, so might have to adjust the format of it slightly.
Okay, go on. Well, let's see how we can work this, Dom. I am nothing if I am not an ideas person. So let's make this work. We can spitball this around, and we can make this work.
I think it's one to rival compilation battleships, but I'll give you the concept. All right, it's called the Local Authority Bin Colour Guessing Game.
Okay, I like it. Yes.
I will name a council.
Yeah.
I will name a type of waste,
yeah,
and you have to guess the colour of bin that council has chosen.
Ooh, me likey!
But again, I don't know how we could have a competitive element. Unless you could also pick a council if you wanted.
No. We need a caller to call in.
Do that.
We need a caller, Dom, to call in and play. What was this game called again?
The Local Authority Bin Colour Guessing Game.
Okay, because of course they don't all follow. You would think that this great nation would have the same coloured bins for same colour, but they don't. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to play that. I tell you what, Dom, can I put you on hold?
You can.
And I'll go to Noel Taylor, and then we'll come back, and the phones will be swamped, no doubt. And I'll let the team decide who they want to put through. The phones aren't ringing off the hooks at the moment, so maybe you're listening at home and thinking, well, I'm never the kind of person that gets picked for the bin what colour bin does the local authority... well, tonight could be your night, dear listener. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. But while we're waiting for those phones to go crazy, let's go to Noel Taylor. Good evening, Noel.
Good evening, Ian. Are you okay?
I'm okay, Noel. And I've got... Funny you asked me that, because I've been wanting to ask you that for quite some time. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm really well, thanks. Yeah.
I tell you why I asked that, because I've really enjoyed your phone calls, and I'm glad you found me again, and I've enjoyed, we played out your reggae song the other day. We played it out in its entirety.
I know, thank you.
Pleasure. And I'm enjoying your calls. But there have been, one or two things that you have said that have worried me slightly.
Right.
And I'm trying to say this as gently as I can, because what I don't want is, I don't want you to think that this is in any way an attack on you, because it's not. It honestly, it comes from a place of love and concern for another human being on this planet, right?
Okay.
You really worried me yesterday when you said you were Jesus Christ.
Right. I mean, I did explain why I think I'm Jesus Christ. 7 good reasons.
There are no good reasons for you to think you're Jesus Christ.
You don't think so?
As Kath said yesterday off air, well, he might be. But the only... Right, there are 3 reasons for you to think you're Jesus Christ that I can see, right? One is, you are actually Jesus Christ, okay? That's one.
Yeah.
And that's the least likely of them, right? So if we look at it statistically, it's the least likely, but still possible. 2 is, you genuinely believe you're Jesus Christ, but you're actually not.
Right.
And that's that's very possible. The third one kind of links into number 2. Well, the third one is kind of a byproduct of number 2, perhaps, that you are not well.
Right.
Not well,
mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
I do have injections every 3 months for bipolar.
Okay.
Are you bipolar, Ian?
I don't think I'm bipolar, no.
Oh, right.
I don't think so. And I don't, for those that keep suggesting it on Twitter, I don't think I'm autistic. I don't think I have Asperger's, and I don't think I have ADHD. I've inquired about this, and lots of very nice, kind, warm-hearted people will go, I think you might have Asperger's, Ian. And I just tend to ignore those, because trust me, I've spoken to people and said, do you think I've got Asperger's? No. Okay, fine. So you have an injection every 3 months. When did you last have an injection, if you don't mind me asking?
Yesterday.
Okay, all right, okay. And what does the injection do for you?
It does a series of things, really.
Yeah.
It makes me very calm and placid.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the main thing. It's a job to think offhand.
I bet it is.
Yes. Oh, no, I can't really think.
And do you have a mental health care team that you see?
No, I don't have to see them anymore. Don't have to see a psychiatrist. As of about a month ago.
Okay. And again, if I ask anything you don't want to tell me, Leon, you can tell me to get... no, Leon, I'm calling you by your stage name, Noel.
I don't mind.
Yeah, you can tell me to get knotted. Honestly, this is coming from a place of concern, and it's nothing more than that. How was the decision reached a month ago that you didn't need to see medical professionals anymore?
Well, they've got this new system whereby they give you a 3-monthly injection, so instead of being visited at home, you go to the doctor's or clinic.
And I tell you what worries me, is that on the day you were given the injection, you were claiming to be Jesus Christ.
Well, they do know that I believe that I'm Jesus Christ totally.
They know that you've told them that?
Yeah, they've known that for years now. Ever since I first realised it's about 5 years ago when I realised I was Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, mate. Honestly, this call breaks my heart, Noel, because I've met you and you're a thoroughly decent bloke, and you know.
Thanks.
No, you are, and hearing you say that with such conviction, and hearing you say that your mental health team discharged you a month ago, I find that really upsetting.
Oh, right.
Because I want you to be safe, and I don't think that you are safe.
Well, I think that medication does make me totally safe. I'm not. I was really very, very ill.
Yeah.
And they've cured it really. Without the medication, I know I'll become ill again.
Oh God, I'm sure. Listen, I suspect that you're probably in a much better place than you were, and you probably feel well and cured and all these things. I don't know if anyone can ever actually be cured of mental illness. I wonder if it's one of those things that's constantly there. And I'll tell you why I'm thinking if it's constantly there, because I've had a good day today, Noel. Thanks, and I'm going to tell you what happened. I went and saw my psychiatrist because I'm on 2 antidepressants, right? The venlafaxine and the mirtazapine. The mirtazapine makes me sleep and makes me fat, and we have decided today. Well, as of today, I'm not on the mirtazapine anymore. We've stopped it.
Right.
And I consider that a huge victory for myself. I consider it very exciting, but also I'm terrified, to lose one of my crutches. I'm terrified, right? But and I'm worried about sleeping, and I'm worried that maybe I won't lose the weight that I think I might lose, and it's all of this stuff. So that's exciting. And the long-term plan is to come off of the other antidepressant as well, but that would have to be done much more slowly because it can have kind of more adverse side effects. And I've been thinking a lot. I'm in recovery for drug and alcohol addiction, and it's been wobbly recently. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to give the Daily Mirror Online any more ammunition. But it's been wobbly today, and I have a fluorescent keyring in my possession that I'm looking at now, which means that it's not as wobbly as it was. But I kind of, for a while, thought that I was cured of that. And it turns out, actually, I'm not cured of drug and alcohol dependency, that it's an ongoing kind of maintenance program that I have to follow if I don't want to pick up drugs again. And I wonder if mental health is a thing that can be cured.
Yeah, it can.
It can be cured, can it?
And I think that you're on the wrong drug, to be honest.
Okay.
You're still dependent on drugs sometimes and alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I'm not dependent on. Well, I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to take the opinion of a medical practitioner, but I appreciate your concern, and you expressing it like that. A real dilemma here, Noel. Because I do enjoy your calls, and I do enjoy you checking in. But part of me feels that if I... and don't worry, Dom, we're going to be playing the Bing Colour recycling game in a minute, don't worry. But part of me feels, quite often, no, I get accused, this show gets accused of being exploitative and of getting entertainment out of vulnerable people. I'm not saying that's you for a second, right? But quite often I get accused of for example, exploiting Nigel from Maidstone for entertainment. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a true accusation. I was a bit short with Nigel yesterday, and I'll apologise to him for that if he calls in later. But I don't think it's a true accusation. But I worry that if I let you come on and talk about your belief that you are Jesus Christ, which you may be, and I allow you to come on and talk about that unchallenged, that if I allow you to come on and talk about being Jesus Christ unchallenged, then the accusations of me being exploitative could be true. Does that make sense?
Yeah, taking advantage.
Yeah. I don't want to take advantage of you. You'll say that I'm not, and that I'm, that you phone up voluntarily and willingly, and I get that, Yeah. All right. Forget all this skirting around. Do I have your permission to speak directly and honestly to you in a way that actually might upset you? And if you don't want me to, I won't.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Right. I don't think you are Jesus Christ. I think you are seriously, but I do think you're mentally ill. And I have enough concern for you as a fellow human being that I don't want to take the mickey out of you, and I don't want to exploit you. And I worry that by you phoning up that I am exploiting you, I am taking advantage of you, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I want you to get well. And God damn it, Noel, I don't think you are well. Despite what you feel, I don't think you are well, and I am worried that you. I'm really worried that you might end up hurting yourself, or not everyone is as caring and as open as this show is. That you might find yourself talking to the wrong people, and they might attack you.
Right, that makes sense.
I'm worried that if you go around telling people that you're Jesus Christ and you want to harvest everyone's feces and all of this stuff, that if you say it to the wrong person on the wrong day, you might get beaten up.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Don't know really. I'm not too bothered about it.
Okay. Well, that's something. No, I'm happy for you to call in again. I really am. But I am concerned about you. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, Ian.
All right, mate.
Okay.
Maybe we'll speak later in the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, Noel. Thank you very much.
Right. Bye.
Bye. It's been on my mind a lot, Noel, recently. A lot. And, yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards. 03444991000 coming up after the break. Don, what's this game called again?
It is the local authority bin colour guessing game.
Then, for goodness sakes, you won't get that on London's Biggest C Word, or BBC 5 Live, or any of the local radio stations. And there may actually be a reason for that.
Talk Radio.
Listen, speakers off.
Phone. Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Get set for a getaway when we say "Hole yeah" on Talk Radio with the Sun Holes from £15. Listen to Julia Hartley Brewer at breakfast this Friday morning from 6:30 as she reveals how to make the most of the UK coast, which holes are topping the polls, and how you can have family fun for under a tenner. Don't miss Hole yeah on Talk Radio with the Sun Holes. Great value breaks from just £15. Great value breaks all year round. For more information, go to thesun.co.uk/holidays.
Whatever business demands, we deliver. When you need your staff connected, we deliver the new Transit Custom with voice control technology on the optional Sync 3 system. When you want a better deal, we deliver a £500 customer saving, excluding VAT, on the recommended retail price when you buy a new Ford commercial vehicle after taking a test drive. Only at the Transit Show live event, 27th of April to the 7th of May, at your nearest participating Ford dealer. Ford. Together, we go further.
Selected models excluded. Contract between 27th of April and 7th of May. Register by 31st of December 2018. For further T's and C's, visit ford.co.uk/Transit Show Live.
Witchton Wolf here. Now listen up. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up, look outside, and see your precious car gleaming in the sun. And then you see one nasty dent on the side. Some bozo's bad driving has ruined your pink paint job. You're furious. That's when you thank your lucky stars you're with Direct Line. Unlike with other insurers, you won't lose your no-claim discount when you claim it's not your fault.
Hit while parked, your no-claim discount is safe. Can your motor insurance do that? With comprehensive cover as standard, excesses apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
From fitting taps to fixing fuse boxes, there's a local hero for that. And from plastering walls to painting windows, there's a local hero for that. It's easy to book a trusted tradesperson at localheroes.com. Plus, all work comes with a 12-month British Gas guarantee. Join the thousands across the UK who've already used a local hero. Search Local Heroes.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444991000 is the telephone number. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. You can listen to us on DAB, download the app, go online to talkradio.co.uk. You can watch the show as well if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Iain Lee. It's on Periscope as well, but I've turned the chat off on Periscope because Periscope is full of very nasty people. Here's the thing as well. I'm talking about addiction and things like that. I'm really trying to surrender to this Twitter addiction, and I've deleted Twitter off of my phone, and then I reinstalled it later on today because I couldn't access. I've got two accounts. I've got the Iain Lee one and I've got one for this record label I do, 7A Records. I couldn't remember the log. I'm now locked out of the 7A one. Thanks a lot, Twitter. And because I've changed my telephone number, anyway, I'm locked out of it. But what I did 2 nights ago, or maybe it was last night, is I wrote down 2 lists, right? A list of things that are good for me, and a list of things that are bad for me. Positive and negative, right? And I'm trying to focus on the positive. So I've deleted Twitter from my phone. I think I've deleted it again. It's a tough one, man. I've not posted anything today. I deleted all my tweets again last night, as I do from time to time. And I looked at Twitter a few times online on my phone. But when I managed to stop doing that, I read a book. I've been in London all day. I read a book for an hour in a coffee shop, and then when I was looking at Twitter when I was here at work, and then I stopped and I watched Last Laugh in Vegas, and I just think Twitter and the internet, I don't think it does us any good. I don't think they do us any good. Hey, this TSB thing, where people, members of the... First of all, I didn't know the TSB was still going. I rank it with the Midland Bank. Come and talk to the listening bank. What was the Midland Bank logo? It was a griffin, voiced by Richard Bryars. But so people who had TSB bank accounts were able to see other people's TSB bank accounts. Man, I'm really beginning to think that the internet ain't what it's cracked up to be. Right, Dom.
Hello.
The phones went mental for this, so we've whittled it down to 2 other players. Darren called in first. Good evening. CJ called in first. Good evening, CJ.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, CJ.
Good evening. Are you ready? I'm excited for this.
Oh, wowzers. CJ's pumped.
Sure am.
Okay, and I'm just going to... Oh, no, hang on a minute. I've gone into the dump mode. I don't know what that means. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go to conference, and I'm going to add... Darren is there. Good evening, Darren.
Good evening. Good evening, Darren. Evening.
Right, well, Dom, can you play it with 3?
You know, it's an entirely new game. It's early in the development phase. We can try whatever we want.
Let's
see how it goes.
Blimey, let's...
A theme song.
No, would you like to sing one?
No. Oh, people, there you go.
Okay, I can... hang on a minute. I want to do a theme song. Hang on a second. I feel a theme song brewing.
I feel something brewing.
I'm just going to type instrumental... Powerful. I'm just typing into YouTube instrumental powerful music. Let's see what comes up. Let's just see. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Gonna play the bin game.
Bin game.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. I'm doing this. You said you couldn't do a song, and I'm doing the song.
I was doing the backing.
No, you can't do the back-in.
Right.
Hang on a second. This has got... Hang on a second. John! Oh, hang on. Well, I can't... Right. Well, flipping it. Hang on. Why won't John go there? Hang on. Oh, I've got to click on that. Right. John... What? Right. Get John off of line 13, because I can't take him on line 13. Right, hang on. We're gonna play the bin game. I missed the start. Hang on. There we go. Gonna play the bin game where Dom's gonna name different boroughs, and we have to guess what colour the bins are in the different boroughs, and the winner will win a bin. I'm gonna guess the recycling is primarily green, but some of them it will be brown, and some of them it will be blue. General waste is normally always black. That's racist bins. And we're gonna play the bin game. CJ and Darren. And me. Oh, what's right? Me playing the bin game. John called in too late. He can't play the bin. It goes on, etc. So I've just got to tell John that he's called in. Hang on a minute. This is not working the way it's meant to. John. Hello, John.
Hello.
Oh, geez. Hello, John.
Yeah?
Yeah, John, I don't know if you heard the theme tune to the bin game, but in the lyrics within them, it said that you'd called in too late.
Yeah, I read between the lines and I assumed that tonight wasn't going to be my lucky night.
And yet you're still hanging on to the phone, clinging to that desperate hope that you might be invited to play the bin game. Well, I'm afraid, John, you're right. Tonight just isn't your lucky night, buddy.
Okay, no problem.
Can you hang up for us? My phone.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. What a loser. Okay, Dom.
Yes.
Let's play the bin game. Over to you.
All right, so I think we'll do best of three councils. Everyone can have a guess at each bin, and I don't know, I guess everyone will get a point if they get it right.
Okay, sounds great.
Got the most points at the end of three councils.
And in the first round it'll be CJ, hang on a minute. CJ, me, then Darren. Second round it'll be me, Darren, CJ. Third round it'll be Darren, CJ and me. That sounds fair, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's play the bin game. Who is going to win the bin game? CJ's probably going to lose the bin game, 'cause he's a bit of a bell cheese. It's true, though, CJ. You're a bit of a bell cheese. Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dom?
All right.
First round.
Have an easy one. Right, okay, so council number 1, Bolton Council.
Bolton Council.
All right.
Yes.
First bin.
Yes.
Non-recyclable household waste.
Non-recyclable household waste. Dom, CJ, you'll go first.
It's black.
Black. I'm going to say... Controversially, I'm going to say brown.
It's bold.
Darren?
I'm going to go grey.
Grey?
By the letter of the law, it is grey.
Oh! Outrageous behaviour! Darren's the first one to score! Hang on a second. Time out. Does that mean that what we think of as black wheelie bins are always grey?
I think it's a grey area, but...
Okay, all right, Mick Miller, yep.
But yeah, it's down here as officially a grey bin.
Okay, beautiful, all right.
Going with the...
Mate, you've got to follow what says on the council's websites.
Yeah.
Let's go to round 2.
Bin number 2, Bolton Council, recycling paper and card. Guess the colour.
I'm going blue.
Blue.
Darren?
I'm going black. I'm going brown.
Make your own jokes at home, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Dom, what is it?
The correct answer is beige.
What?
Beige bin.
A beige bin?
When you think about it...
You can't have a beige bin.
Beige. That's the answer is here.
You can't have a beige bin. All right, okay, fine. And third round.
I would say interesting strategy to guess black after we've already had a grey bin, though.
Yeah.
Because there's two similar colours, so that's not... So, you know, think tactically.
Well, Darren, Dom is dissing Darren.
I am.
Okay.
I'm Darren, please think right. All right, bin number 3, Bolton Council, recycling garden and food waste.
Brown.
Brown.
Darren saying brown. CJ?
Green.
Am I allowed to pick the same colour as someone else?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. I fancy the brown.
It's green.
What?
It's green.
Shut the front door!
Yes.
So, CJ, did you say that? I wasn't really paying attention.
I was.
Beautiful. Well done. Okay, fine. So, do we have another council to play with?
Oh, we've got 2 more councils.
Beautiful. This is.
We've got the 4th bin
Yep.
of Bolton Council, and this one's plastic bottles, tins, and glass, which is always a bit of a wild card.
Yeah.
You'll come to see. All right. So bin 4, bottles, tins, and glass.
Oh.
Guess the colour.
CJ?
Blue.
Yeah, I'm going blue.
Burgundy.
Oh, it's burgundy.
Burgundy?
It is burgundy.
Aubergine. Burgundy.
Hang on a minute. Did you say burgundy?
Yeah. He did say burgundy.
And is it burgundy?
It is burgundy.
Right. Right. I don't know if BT Open Reach are listening, but can we deactivate Darren's internet? Because I suspect Darren's gone online. Have you gone online, Darren?
No. He's guessing a
I'm in
shade,
bed.
if anything.
No.
That is very specific.
Who would say burgundy?
Yeah, you'd go red, wouldn't you? Maybe, but burgundy is...
Darren, are you Googling this?
No.
I tell you what, mate, honestly, if you're Googling it, we'll have a good old laugh about it and I won't be angry. Are you Googling it?
No.
I don't believe you! I do not believe you for 1 second.
Believe me, CJ.
What?
Exactly, CJ can't even string a sentence together. All right.
I didn't get where I was today, CJ.
Okay. So, right, round 2. So now it's another council. It's 4 bins or 5 bins?
It's a 4-bin service.
Yep.
Very much the standard these days. Bin number 1.
Hang on a second, so where is this?
This is... Fife.
No, sorry, I was asking you where it is, not the number of bins. But let's go back to that. Are you saying it's 4 bins or 5 bins?
It's 4 bins in Fife.
I don't know what that means.
Fife in Scotland. The place.
Oh, the area. The area Fife has 4 bins. Okay, all right. Okay. I'm with you now. Okay.
Corbin then.
I'll do the jokes here, CJ. Right, let's go.
Okay.
By the way, this is exactly what late night radio should be. 4 idiots arguing about bins, one of them cheating. Okay, yes.
Definitely cheating. Council 2, bin number 1.
Yes.
Paper and cardboard. Guess the colour.
Right, I'm going first now. Paper and cardboard. I'm going to say brown. Oh, but it's in Scotland, and they're going to... brown is... No. Blue. I'm saying blue. I'm locking in blue. Darren?
Turquoise.
Right. If it's turquoise, right, you're getting cut off. If it is turquoise, you're getting cut off. CJ?
Violet.
Yeah, but I'll have to say, none of you are right. It's actually grey bin.
All right. Well, maybe Darren was just throwing it out there. Like when you've got the answers to a multiple choice, you take a dive every now and then, so they don't get suspicious.
Yeah.
All right.
Suspicious.
Okay. Number 2.
All right. So next one, plastic and cans. Guess the colour.
Plastic and cans.
Always a bit of a wild card.
Go on, Darren.
Yellow.
Yellow. When have you ever seen a yellow bin?
There's no such thing.
A yellow bin. It's gone from knowing too much to knowing too little.
I've got one here. I'll send you a picture of it tomorrow.
Oh, thanks, mate. Tomorrow once you've painted it. Right. Go on then, CJ.
Blue.
I'm going to say brown.
It's a green bin.
Ooh, Scotland's so confusing.
They are godless bin anarchists inside.
Wowzers.
It's just no logic.
All right, go on. CJ, your turn to go first.
Bin number 3, food and garden waste.
Green.
Brown.
Blue.
It's a point to Ian, it's a brown.
Oh, yes! He's off the scoreboard! Here we go! It's 1 to me, 1 to CJ, 2 to the cheat. Okay.
Just to note, invasive plants such as Japanese knotweed not to be recycled.
Of course. Once I had, in my recycling bin, right, I saw the bin men come and look at it. They saw the recycling bin, they opened it, and then they shut the lid and they walked off. And I ran out going, Oi! What's wrong with this? And he went, it's contaminated, right? Contaminated. I opened it. I said, what? He said, you're not allowed to have wood in there. You can't get wood in the recycling bin? That's insane. Wood is the most recyclable thing in the world after urine. Next one.
Alright, bin 4, council 2, landfill waste, or, household non-recyclables.
This is Scotland. This is... I've been to Scotland.
Normal bin rules don't apply here. It's pure anarchy.
Oh, thank you. It's green. Darren?
Black.
Why would you guess black after I just told you the bin anarchists who don't follow the rules?
Well, you just said green. What else is there left?
CJ?
I'm going to go with orange.
It's blue bin.
What did... Oh, no one said blue. That's... For the general waste, it's blue.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what they're doing.
They've got no idea.
You think, why wouldn't you have a grey/black bin for your classic non-recyclables? It's the vanilla bin. You just don't mess with a classic.
Okay. Have we got any more for 5?
That's it for 5.
Okay.
2 councils down. What are the scores on the doors at this point?
Flipping it! All right. It's all right, Isla St Clair. It's Darren is in the lead with 2 and a good internet connection, and me and CJ both got a point each.
It's all to play for.
All to play for.
Number 3.
I was nearly professional then and through to a break to keep the tension up, but I just want this torture to be over, as I'm sure do most of the listeners.
Pause before the last.
No, because otherwise we'll be here all night. And Dev is losing the will to live.
And I really need a poo.
Aye, come on now. Can I just say, I'm breaking new boundaries when it comes to radio. Because my mate Kath isn't here, I've got things in front of me to help me. I've got my sobriety key ring, and I've thought about this yesterday, thought about this the last couple of days. I've got a post-it note in front of me, right? And the post-it note says, don't swear. Because I really don't want to swear on the air. I want to change the show a little bit. So I've got in front of me, don't swear. But honestly, this game is really testing that to the limits. Right, go. Where are we now?
Okay. We're in Chorley Council.
Chorley not.
Chorley is. All right, so plastic bottles, glass bottles and jars, tins and cans.
Darren, away you go, mate.
Blue.
He's going for blue. CJ?
Black.
It's brown.
It's blue.
Flipping heck!
Get in.
Ask Jeeves over there. All right, go on then, CJ. Wait on a minute. Go on, Dom. Next one.
All right, paper and cardboard.
Paper and cardboard, CJ.
Brown.
You're obsessed. Paper and cardboard. No. It's black.
Grey.
It's brown.
Flipping heck, man. This is incredible scenes here at the guess what colour the bins are in different council game.
The local authority bin colour guessing game.
Okay.
Stay on brand.
Next one.
Non-recyclable domestic waste.
Okay, whose go is it?
Yours.
All right, non-recyclable domestic waste. That's grey.
Green. Purple.
It is green.
Shut.
It must be being ironic.
Is it green?
It's green.
Darren, did you say green?
Yep.
Flipping heck, man. This is outrageous behaviour. Can I just say, by the way, if you're tired of this game and you're losing the will to live, as is distinctly possible, it is possible. If you were to switch to London's biggest C word, you'd be listening to this.
I'm not a Corbynista, by the way. I'm very lukewarm. But I am a long time.
Ooh, don't know what that was. Sorry, Joe. Bit background noise. Carry on.
Actually, sounds quite good.
I also know something about the disciplinary rules of the Labour Party. Corbyn cannot just expel people from the Labour Party. There are long-standing...
They're doing a phone-in about anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. So, I mean, it really is... It's Labour anti-Semitism, or it's bin colours in different councils. The choice is yours.
She knows the bins.
Okay, the bin colours.
So please, right, here's there's a prize for anyone who can do this. I don't know what the prize will be, but it will be like a DVD I've ordered that I don't want. If someone can get onto LBC and ask them what colour the recycling bins are in Fife and record it and send it to me, I will send you a prize. It'll be a rubbish prize, I'm saying that now. But the first, let's say the first three, shall we? The first three people that can get onto LBC and ask Tom Swarbrick, who's an excellent host, what colour various bins are in different regions, then you will receive a prize. And you have to get me the audio, guys. Right, hang on a minute. But these ads are all to cock now, but it doesn't matter. So where are we now? We've done that. Are we on Chorley?
Yeah, we've got one bin left.
Okay, go.
The last bin.
Okay, CJ, it's your turn, I think.
Alright, so it's Garden West.
Let's go with pink on that one.
Right, now you're being stupid. Garden waste. Green. Brown. What do you say, Darren? Yellow. Go on then.
It's grey.
Grey. Okay. Oh, this game's stupid. Let's have one more council before I cut my fingers off.
Okay, I'll have to find one. Give me a sec.
Hang on a minute. I thought you had it all lined up.
I had 3 councils.
Oh, did we do 3?
Yeah.
All right, then we finished. That game's stupid. Doesn't matter what my score is. CJ got 2, and Darren, or as we call him from now on, Ask Jeeves, got 4.
I'm going to go and put my head in the fridge. Thanks, guys.
I think you should do that. Darren, is there anything you'd like to say?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You got cut off. I don't know how that happened. Thanks, Dom.
No, I see.
And when I say thanks, I mean, yeah, thanks a lot.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A radio star is born.
You're going to love
Talk Radio. Countdown to Brexit on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times. The clock is ticking as the UK prepares to officially leave the European Union. Listen to the No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer tomorrow morning from 6:30, when she'll be joined by Times journalists to discuss the latest Brexit developments. Don't just be informed, be well informed with debate, analysis and opinion from right across the political spectrum. Countdown to Brexit with Julia Hartley-Brewer, weekday mornings from 6:30 on Talk Radio with The Times.
Cast your mind back and think. Were you ever contacted out of the blue for a pension review? Were you advised to move your work or personal pension into a SIP, self-invested personal pension?
Yes, I was.
You could be due thousands if you were missold. Money Redress are trusted claim specialists in pension and investment mis-selling. They'll manage the whole claim for you on a no payout, no fee basis, so you can't lose. Text WIN to 85077.
Do you have a project? A super aggressive adhesive that gives it a better grip than standard duct tapes, so it can stick to the roughest, dirtiest surfaces indoors and out. Made with UV-resistant material, T-Rex tape will stand the test of time, even in extreme weather. T-Rex tape, ferociously strong. Feel the strength. Available at all good stores, or visit trextape.co.uk to find a retailer near you.
Dead of night. On a break with the lads. Excavators turned off. Everything's silent again.
Katie hated the Bing game.
Amber still flashing on dark buildings. Hot tarmac steaming. Having a laugh whilst everyone else sleeps. Deadline looming. Sun won't be long. Foreman pacing. Hot Mackie D's. Back to work.
Over 600 McDonald's open 24 hours. We are awake.
across the UK, online and on DAB. Weekends with Penny Smith.
On Talk Radio.
I'm Penny Smith. Join me on Talk Radio for the perfect weekend breakfast. I'm going to be reviewing the papers, taking a look at all the best new film, book and theatre releases, and I'm going to be chatting to a whole host of celebrity guests, live in the studio.
Weekends with Penny Smith. Saturday and Sunday morning from 7.
On Talk Radio, we'll get you talking.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Controversially, the bin game there has not garnered the greatest of reviews, and that surprises me. I thought we were on to a winner. If we go to the YouTube channel, Katie says novelty of a bin game gone sour. Novelty of that game went quick. It's 2 comments. Russell says, I got wood in the morning. I don't really want to know about that. Russell says the game is rubbish. And people are fighting against the bin game. Well, you know the alternative, guys. I've played you the alternative. It's London's biggest C word talking about anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. You want to do that? Anyone? No. Let's go to Dev. Good evening, Dev.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Dev.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Dev.
Good evening.
Dev!
Ian.
Dev!
Ian.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say, I thought when you were with the caller earlier,
yes,
you were a wonderful human being.
What, with Darren, who was cheating at the bin game?
Oh, no, not him.
No, not him. No, he was a cheat.
No.
No.
I don't know that. No, with the guy who said he was Jesus.
Oh, no. Okay.
I totally misunderstood you.
Oh.
I think you totally misunderstood. I think you're a force for world peace, dare I say it, for bringing people together, for being a force of an agent of change, if you like.
What's going on, Dev? What have you drunk the Kool-Aid? This is high praise.
I might have had a wee nip.
Was it nice?
It was nice.
Oh, man alive, I miss that stuff. Well, that's very kind of you to say, Dev, but I'm just a bloke doing a cult late-night radio show that not many people listen to.
No, but I think what you did, it's like therapy, man. It really is, you know what I mean? And in this day and age, you know, of doom, gloom, and London C word and such like, you know, you're doing the real public service. You know what I mean? And
well,
I've got a confession to make.
Uh-oh. You're not my dad, are you? Because if so, you owe me ton loads of pocket money. Is it?
No. A few months ago,
yes,
when you were playing the game, you remember the letter game? It's going back a while.
Vaguely, yes.
I rang up and I was a bit nasty and I called you a moron and I apologised profusely.
Oh, no, you're spot on. I am a moron, Dev. Hey, can I... Oh, hey, listen, apology accepted and there's no need for that, but thank you. Can I ask, right, then, if you didn't like what you heard, did you keep listening or did you just come back tonight or what happened?
No, I do listen to you from time to time.
Yeah.
As I say, and I think you should be given an award.
Hang on a minute.
No,
I was a moron a few weeks ago.
No, months ago, and that was when I didn't tune in and listen to you over a period of time.
Yeah.
And you actually care. You actually care about your listeners, and you actually, in a very non-patronising and a straightforward way, you're like a therapy man. You're like therapy.
Well, I have to say,
like therapy,
I have no training, and all this is just through my own personal experience. That I have an interest in human souls, and when I hear a soul that is to me sounds in trouble or in pain, then I would hope that soul would get better.
That's good. That's really kind. That's really kind. And the world needs more of that at the moment.
Dev, are you flirting with me?
No.
Because I'm single now. It's 2018. I want to do stuff I've never done before, like in that advert when the old fella has a Coke for the first time. I wouldn't mind having doing something similar for the first time. Might as well. Might as well.
We've only just had a couple of conversations.
Well, let's maybe on the third one. Hey, nice one, Dev.
But can I just say as
Yes.
well, and I know you've been through, and it was very brave of you to talk about your own personal, the struggles that you've gone through. And
Yes.
I thought that is amazing. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
you're, and I wish you all the best. All power to your elbow. And
Thank
keep
you, mate.
on.
Thank you, Dev. You're a good man yourself, brother, and go and have another nip and then get to bed.
Thank you.
Cheers, fella.
Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Ta-ta.
Peace be with you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
There we go. Bill, stay there because I'll come to you after the news. Let me just check that that's all right. Bill, is it all right if we come to you after the news?
No problem, Mr. Lee.
Thank you very much indeed. Everyone is being very, very polite this evening, and I think it's because that northern monkey isn't here. Catherine Boyle, I'm referring to. It just gives you a much nicer vibe. Just everyone's being very pleasant and very charming with each other. It's something I can work with. That we just did an hour of radio, and I don't even know what we did. We talked to Jesus, and we talked about bins. Flippin' heck. This is my job. I get paid for this nonsense. Another 2 hours of this, if you want to call in, you can do. We'll talk about whatever you want. 03... Oh, I actually had a phone-in topic. Dead hand gestures. What do I mean by that? Well, I tell you what I mean is, I gave someone a thumbs up today, and I thought, no one does the okay anymore, do they? No one does okay. No one goes... No one does that anymore. If someone does like a fancy parking manoeuvre, when the driver gets out, no one goes... So, I was wondering if there are any other dead hand gestures. 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Contact Talk Radio. Call 0344 499 1000. Text Talk and your message to 87222. Text costs 25p plus your standard network rate. Or you can tweet us at Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Tradesman, with Direct Line you can get public liability insurance from £54. Based on 10% of customers from the 1st of May 2017 to the 31st of October 2017. Includes add-ons.
Guess what? I just got a pay rise.
I got a pay rise too. And so did I.
That's because on the 1st of April, the national minimum wage
and the national living wage both went up.
What's more, it's your legal right to receive it.
Find out if you're due a pay rise too. Check your pay at gov.uk/check your pay.
The national minimum wage
and the national living wage. It's a step up in pay.
In the new Sun mobile app, you have all this. TV and showbiz exclusives and football and breaking news and money-saving tips and scores and travel and fashion and beauty trends and celebs and real-life stories and Dear Deirdre and sports and gossip and alerts that make sure you stay ahead of the game. And you can personalise your news feed so you only see the things you love. And it's free. Ideal. Download the new Sun mobile app.
Good?
It's totally Sun-packed.
Did you know that in Munich, beer is
Did
considered
you?
a staple food? Or that there's an actual cave underneath Belgrade? And that nearly 3,000 euros are thrown into the Trevi Fountain in Italy each day. But here's the most amazing thing you should know. With Lufthansa's attractive fares, you can fly within Europe from £89. Book before April 30th for travel until the end of the year. Contact your travel agents or visit lufthansa.com. Conditions apply. Non-stop you. Lufthansa.
1 2 1 2. Music's always best when it's live.
Same as Sky Vegas bonus time. And that baby's live right now.
Between 9 and 11 every night, our unmissable bonus game is guaranteed to trigger in Sky Vegas bonus time. Only at Sky Vegas. Unexpect more. 18 plus. Ends 3rd of July. Customers must be playing when bonus games randomly triggered. Minimum 20p stake. Free spins must be claimed and used by midnight. Eligibility restrictions and further T's and C's apply. BeGambleAware.org. When the fun stops, stop.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
Good evening, I'm Carl Hartley. The High Court judge has ruled a terminally ill toddler may not be taken abroad for treatment, but can go home. 23-month-old Alfie Evans has been taken off life support at Liverpool's Alder Hey Hospital, but doctors say his condition means further treatment would be futile. Alfie's parents want to take him to Rome after losing numerous legal attempts to continue treating him here. Police in Toronto say a man accused of killing 10 people by driving into pedestrians posted a message on Facebook minutes beforehand. In one post, the 25-year-old voiced admiration for a man who killed 6 college students in 2014. Nitish Bissono is a reporter for City News Toronto. He's told Talk Radio it feels like the city is on high alert.
Union Station, which is basically our version of Central Station, where right now there are barricades. There are concrete barriers, and those weren't there before. And unfortunately, that will now be the reality for many Torontonians for the next few days, and we don't know if they're permanent or temporary.
Jewish leaders say Jeremy Corbyn's proposal to wipe out anti-Semitism in Labour fell short of the minimum level of action. But the Labour leaders responded by calling the 2-hour session a positive and constructive meeting. Donald Trump's been praising what he calls his special relationship with the French president, with some comparing today's diplomatic meetings to a bromance. Emmanuel Macron's been at the White House on the second day of his state visit. Sky's Mark Austin, who's in Washington, D.C., says there were some incredible scenes.
These two men just seemed to like holding hands, hugging, embracing. They flicked dandruff off each other's lapels. They kissed at one point. But it is a quite extraordinary body language between these two.
And a Christian gospel choir will provide some of the music at Harry and Meghan's wedding next month. Kensington Palace has released details of the musicians who'll be playing at the ceremony. Now, after a rainy night for most, tomorrow we'll see a mixture of blustery showers and some sunny spells.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have waves.
Hang on, that's from 2016, not 2017? WTF? Where the hell is time going, man? Where is time going? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The Late Night Alternative with myself, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio, weeknights from 10 o'clock. You can listen on DAB, download the app, go on to talkradio.co.uk. You can go and watch the show right now on youtube.com/Iain Lee, and if you look for the live thing, it's there, and you can go and chat as well, and do what have you. So it's a late night show unlike any other, in that I sit here and talk nonsense for 3 hours, and you're welcome to join in with any bits and pieces that you want, or different stuff, or whatever. 0344 499 1000. Kath isn't here tonight. You'll speak to Hayley. She'll take your name and number and call you straight back. It's as simple as that. Bill has been patient enough to wait over the news. It's going to be a good one, Bill. What have you got for us?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Lee, Mr. Lee, because that's with respect to you.
Thank you.
But the actual music before you spoke to me was not very good.
Sorry? Beg your pardon?
Bear with me for a second.
Yes.
I think I'm on speakerphone, so it's not working too good.
Okay, well, what's not working too good?
I'm not quite sure. If you Ian, you've got a very good memory, and I spoke to you quite a few weeks ago about my mental health. Yeah?
Yes.
And you was very compassionate towards me.
Yeah.
And that's why I've rung you back tonight.
Okay. Were you the gentleman that had a lady cooking for him?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. He had a lady cooking for him. Very, very old-fashioned. I like that. Was it a good meal?
It was a very nice meal, Ian, but I'm struggling to talk at the minute.
Okay. Why are you struggling to talk?
It's not because I did dislike you. I'm just struggling to talk. I'm struggling.
If I remember, Bill, do I remember correctly that you have seizures?
Correct.
There we go. Right, okay, first things first, you're wrong about that song. It's beautiful. Secondly, why are you struggling to talk tonight, mate? What's happening?
Right, first thing, I have to disagree. The song was crap. There you go.
This is the most polite argument about music I've ever been involved in. Go on, then.
And the second reason is...
Yes.
The song was beautiful as well.
Huh? The song was crap and the song was beautiful?
Yeah, it's a contradiction.
Yes, well, complete contradiction. How can you hold those two opposing thoughts in your head at the same time?
Because I'm going to get your brain working.
Uh-oh, okay.
Mr. Lee.
Well, as long as one of our brains is working during this phone conversation, we should be okay.
I hope we are. I always love speaking to you because you're very compassionate,
yes.
Empathetic, sympathetic person.
Yes.
I know that you understand mental health issues. I'm going to start playing now, so I'll let you talk for a bit.
Hey, man. Well, listen, you said some very kind things. All I understand is what I've been through, and I try and share that, and sometimes people get stuff from it, and sometimes people think I talk too much about it, and that's fine. The second point is that it is one of the greatest songs of all time. And the third point is, why are you crying, Bill? What's going on, man?
Ian, if I can say to you, Elton John,
yeah.
Candle in the Wind.
Yeah.
What memories bring that back to you straight away?
Lady Di.
Correct.
Yeah. Still makes me
that sums up me, Ian.
What sums up you?
It sums up me in the respect of the words.
You weren't murdered by your father-in-law, were you? That's a joke.
No, I wasn't. No. I'm struggling.
Why are you struggling, Bill? All jokes to one side now. Why are you struggling? What's going on, man?
I'm just struggling. I drink too much. I drink. Alcoholism, detox, rehab, and all the rest of it here.
Yeah.
I know you understand. That's why I'm ringing you. That's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you my time, sir.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your time. It's a very valuable gift, and I'm very grateful of it. So you drink too much?
Yeah, far too much. Would you like me to explain a bit more?
Only if you feel comfortable explaining a bit more.
I drink about 90 pints a day, which equates 90
pints a day of what?
Yes, which equates to 190 units.
90, hang on a minute, 90 pints a day of what? Beer?
Yeah, Guinness.
I don't believe you.
Well...
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. If you drank 90 pints of Guinness a day, no, that's not even humanly possible.
Well, because, Ian, my body has got so much tolerance to the alcohol, that's why I can drink it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying makes sense, otherwise you would cut me off straight away.
Well, I don't think it's physically possible to consume 90 pints of Guinness a day.
Well, you're talking to the person that can do it. You're lost for words, aren't you?
No, I'm not lost for words at all. I've got many words. I'll tell you why I'm quiet is because I'm Googling, can you drink 90 pints of Guinness a day?
I've never heard you lost for words.
No, if you listen again, Bill, I just said I'm not lost for words. I'm pausing because I'm Googling, can you drink 90 pints of Guinness a day? I'm not lost for words. I got loads of words. I'm just holding back my words so that I use the right ones.
You are not short of words, but at the minute you're clueless.
No, I'm not. Again, Bill, I hate to. No. Please don't tell me.
Let me finish.
Shut up. Please don't tell me what I am thinking and what I am feeling, because you're wrong.
I'm listening. But you have to Google, and I can talk from brain power.
No. I'm Googling to see how. No. I can talk from brain power. What is this? This is now turning into a weird. We're arguing politely about music, and now it's got a bit mean. I'm trying to because I think you're talking out your arse. I really do, Bill. I don't think it's possible to consume 90 pints of any liquid in a day. I don't think it's physically possible.
Well, I've got the proof.
That's why I was hesitating speaking, because I didn't want to come out with such a brash statement. I was trying to find some kind of factual evidence, right? You didn't allow me the time to find that, so I've just come out and said what was sitting underneath. Someone has tweeted me that means a pint every 12 minutes. And someone else has tweeted me that's about 300 quid at the pub a day.
Massive money.
Sorry?
Massive money.
300 quid a day?
Cash.
300 quid a day you're spending on Guinness?
Correct.
Right, and where do you get £300 a day from? That's over £2,000 a week.
Yeah, but please give me a minute.
Son.
I might able to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Which is first to say from the what do you think about Steve Allen? I know he's on a rival radio station, but what do you think about Steve?
Steve Allen is completely irrelevant to this conversation. Can I ask you a question now, Bill?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Why have you phoned me up to lie about the amount of alcohol you drink?
I'm not lying.
90 pints a day.
Yeah, why do you think I'm lying?
Because I don't think because it's not humanly possible, Bill.
Yeah, it's not humanly possible, but it's physically possible.
Right. Humanly possible, physically possible means the same thing.
Well, I can tell Iain, when I ring you, I respect you totally, and I tell you the truth, and I've drunk what I've just told you.
90 pints a day?
It's massive.
And have you had 90 pints a day today?
Correct.
And how long have you been doing that for?
Many years. That's why I'm an alcoholic. I'm waiting to go into detox and rehab, but it's not happening at the minute, sir.
Bill, I don't know what to say, because my compassion only really works, and my empathy only really works when people are honest with me. And I don't believe you, sir. I don't believe you. And if it's true, then you will have my sincerest apologies. But I don't believe you.
One thing that you said there, Iain, sir.
Stop calling me sir, Bill. Stop calling me sir. Just call me Iain.
No, you said you don't believe. Then you used the word sir. So that means that you do believe, but you don't believe.
No. Here we go. I've got to the crux of it. I've got to the crux of it. It's just in a flash of light. It's just come to me. You've said something really revealing there.
All right, I'm listening.
You've I've cracked the bill code. Okay, fine.
You've cracked the code, yeah?
I've cracked the code.
Right.
You in your head, dualities are completely possible to hold. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, you're making me wait, but just tell me what.
You in your head, because of the unique way that your head is wired. If I remember correctly, I don't know if it's epilepsy, but I remember you have very serious seizures. That send you out of sorts. In your head, and you've displayed this twice, and the first time I thought it was a joke, the second time it's like, okay. In your head, you are able to hold two completely diametrically opposed thoughts simultaneously.
If you can just say to me what the diametrical
I will explain to you. You can hold a pen in your hand, and you can...
Dial means twice, doesn't it?
You can hold a pen in your hand, and you can look at it, and you can think, this is the best pen in the world, and you can also think, this is the worst pen in the world. And you can think those things at exactly the same time.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder... Can I ask you a question? This is going to sound like a really dumb question, right?
Go on, carry on.
I'm going to ask you a few questions that are going to sound dumb, right? How strong are you, Bill? Physically, how strong are you?
I'm very weak in my physical posture.
Very weak, okay. How intellectually strong are you?
Very strong.
Very, very strong.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried to move something just by looking at it?
Did you say, have I ever tried?
Have you ever tried to move something just by looking at it?
No, that sounds, no.
Do you think you could do that?
I'm willing to try, Ian.
Do you think it would work if you tried it? What I'm asking is, have you got any special powers?
No, I don't believe they have, no.
Okay. All right. I don't believe you drink 90 pints a day. It's not physically possible. I suspect that... I'm not a doctor, so I'm trying... It sounds like I'm giving a diagnosis, but I'm not. But I suspect that sometimes you imagine things... Let me finish. Sometimes I imagine that you imagine things... And sometimes you're so good at imagining things that you believe those things are real.
Right, if I can come back to you respectfully, Ian, 90 pints of Guinness is 2.1%, so you can times that by 2, which is 180%. And that's what I drink per day.
Okay.
You can either accept it or not accept it. Whatever your decision is, I will respect that, because as a broadcaster, your voice just coming over the radio is fantastic to me, because it gives me a lot of relaxation, sir.
Okay, Bill. Well, listen, I've enjoyed entering your world for a few minutes, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your kind words.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Bill. You take care of yourself, mate.
Okay, take care, my friend.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to be honest, for the first 5 minutes, I thought it was David Babcock. For the first 5 minutes, I thought it was David Babcock. And then when he started talking about the mental health, I thought, no, David wouldn't do that. I'm exhausted, man. And here's the thing, you know, we've had Bill and we've had Noel on the line tonight, and I feel moved beyond anything. I feel moved, and I feel sad, and I feel worried for them, and I know that there's absolutely nothing I can do. I think sometimes people put too much kind of faith in me. I'm just a bloke. who's on the radio. I get paid money to be an idiot. I'm a failed TV host, if you must know. And then I get calls like that, and the call from Noel, and it really upsets me that there's not enough money spent on people who are seriously mentally ill. Is I guess the point I'm trying to make. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio. Let's have some adverts.
Talk Radio, 24-hour radio debate and entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking on April 26.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
This is it. Every legend together is our only hope. Every hero.
Dear, we don't fight for one life. We fight for all of them.
Everything you know.
Let's go.
Changes forever. The end is near. Marvel Studios Avengers Infinity War.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
Book your tickets now.
Winston Wolfe here. Now listen up. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up, look outside, and see your precious car gleaming in the sun. And then you see one nasty dent on the side. Some bozo's bad driving has ruined your pink paint job. You're furious. That's when you thank your lucky stars you're with Direct Line. Unlike with other insurers, you won't lose your no-claim discount when you claim it's not your fault.
Hit while parked? Your no-claim discount is safe. Can your motor insurance do that? With comprehensive cover as standard. Excesses apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
When the McCulloch man mows his lawn with his McCulloch lawnmower, he powers through even the toughest grass with one goal in mind: to finish the job before the match starts. And with his McCulloch lawnmower, he's got the power to get the job done. That's why his mates envy his lawn, as well as his team. Get your McCulloch lawnmower and other garden power tools at good DIY stores nationwide or at McCulloch.com. McCulloch, the power to get the job done.
Dacia, a car company unlike others. I like that. Europe's fastest selling automotive brand. I like it. The Dacia Sandero, a What Car Award winner 6 straight years. Like that too. And it's yours from just $6,995. Very likeable. Read the glowing reviews at dacia.co.uk from our lovely customers. What's not to like? Seems more and more people are warming to the Dacia way. You'll like it too. At participating dealers only.
Dead of Night discourse for disco queens,
I'm related to Jedward and Dolly Parton.
dairy farmers, and distant fathers.
Yeah, well.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yeah, it's great.
Honestly, I genuinely don't understand why this show isn't like the most popular show on this time slot. Honestly, I don't get it, because I'm envious of you lot that you get, because this is the show I would listen to, not because of me. I wouldn't listen to me because I hate the sound of my voice, but this is the show that I would listen to. There has been no other show doing stuff like this for 20 years. And that's why me and Kath came in and made this show. It was the show we wanted to listen to. Good evening, John.
Hello.
Hello, John.
How's it going?
I'm all right. I've had for a month now. I've had a numb little finger on my left hand and numb half of my ring finger on my left arm, a numb bit of my palm, and it's a trapped nerve. And somewhere, I don't know. And I keep hoping that if I do some sort of strange movement, there'll be like or the sound a ruler makes when you flip it on a table, and that my nerve will just pop out and I'll be able to feel my finger again. But it's not happened so far, John, so I'm frustrated, is what I...
If you stop thinking about it, it'll just happen.
Oh, maybe.
You're probably putting it in a stress position by trying to make it better. And if you do something else, it'll naturally...
Yeah, well, maybe I tell you what I need to do is I need to get my guitar. I need to get a guitar where I'm living and maybe have a little strum around on that. Because maybe that'll do. Hey, I tell you what I'm doing on Thursday night, John. I'm going to the launch of the new Tomb Raider game.
Very, very swish.
Very swish indeed. And they said, would you like to come to the red carpet launch of a new Tomb Raider game? We'll send a car to pick you up and take you back. You'll get a goodie bag, and in that goodie bag will be an Xbox. What? Yeah, of course I'm coming.
How could you say no?
Last time I did that was when one of the Batman games came out a few years ago, and they said, come and you'll get an Xbox. And it was a real case of me walking in and going, right, how long do I have to stay before I can legitimately walk out and claim my Xbox? But so I'll be going on Thursday, and Thursday night there's going to be an Xbox on eBay, guys.
So are you like the go-to guy of new game launches and stuff?
No, I'm not anymore. I used to be a while ago, and I'm not anymore. The only reason I'm getting invited is because I was in the jungle. That's why.
I thought it might have been. Do you remember Games Master?
The Games Master, yeah, I do remember Games Master, of course.
The bald guy. He's not as sort of on the telly as much.
Well, Patrick Moore, I think he's dead.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's dead. That's what it is. He died. Dominic Diamond lives in Canada and does a radio show in Canada.
I feel bad now.
No, don't feel bad. Canada's a nice place. But I used to do a TV show about gaming, and I did a podcast about gaming, and I used to kind of be. I'm sort of out of the loop of it now, but I love a good game. I love a bit of Tomb Raider, so it'll be a good old night.
Good night out.
Good night out.
There was two things that I rang up. Obviously, I missed out on the quiz, which I'm blaming partially my poor choice of phone name. Hasn't brought me much luck. My phone was given a bit of chip.
Mate, get over it. Listen, you weren't quick enough or popular enough. Let's be honest, or popular enough to come on to the Bing quiz.
It was a technical error. Myself completely to blame. Two things.
Yep.
Dolphins, which I'll get onto.
Yeah.
But
I'm yawning, but that's only because I'm tired. It's not because I'm bored of dolphins.
I believe you. I'm totally there with you.
Oh, whichever. I tell you, don't see anybody yawning on soap operas, do you? We should have more yawning. They should do.
Not on camera. Maybe they just wait. Round the side.
But people yawn a lot. People yawn a lot in real life, or maybe that's just when I'm around them. But there's a lot of yawning going on, and
there's lots of things on soap operas that they don't show.
They don't show the people on EastEnders watching Coronation Street. Didn't they reference Coronation Street once on EastEnders? I'm sure they did.
Have they ever done a crossover where characters go on holiday to the other soap?
To the East End of London or to the backside of Manchester? No, yeah. But I am sure. Right, here's the thing. I'm sure that there was an episode of EastEnders and Coronation Street that referenced each other. But I'm also sure, now I'm saying this, that there was an episode of this show once where I asked, was there an episode of EastEnders and Coronation Street where they cross-referenced each other?
And now that's been referenced itself in your own show?
Man alive, now I get how Bill feels.
Good Lord.
Wowzers.
Anyway.
Yes?
The word is, when I was a kid, a word that was used.
Yes.
Murder. I don't want to lower the tone.
Oh.
But it was used to describe a large poo.
A murder?
A murder. I've done a murder as maybe like 5, 6-year-old.
No.
7.
No.
And I've only met one other person.
Right.
That used this term to describe, obviously by your reaction.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it called a murder. No.
I've been thinking, it's been on my mind for quite a few years.
Of course it has. It's concerned you. You're stuck at the, as Freud would say, you are fixated on the anal stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. But I've spoken to lots of people. It concerns me. And I was just sat in the car the other day in the car park, and it came to me, it might have been a type of sort of northern rhyming slang. So whereas, was it crows? 2 crows is a murder, I believe.
Right.
2 birds, turds.
Right. Well, in Cockney, I think it's called a tom-tit.
A tom-tit, yeah.
It's a tom-tit.
But nobody.
But then a murder. If you're right, so if it's a murder is a collection of crows, that surely would imply that you've done 2 poos.
It's. I'm just trying to make sense of the words. and its origin. I've got no one to sort of back me up and say if they've experienced it or where it came from.
I've got a feeling, John, you're on your own on this one, buddy.
Family members have even denied that it was used. Anyway, I'm
Dolphins.
Dolphins, yes. Again, in the car on the radio, a little interesting piece came on about dolphins.
Dirty creatures, dolphins. Filthy.
Dirty, but also quite adept at protecting themselves when they go to sleep.
Oh.
Because only half of their brains fall asleep.
Oh.
So the other half of their brains is still awake to defend against attacks and things like that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? So have they got like one eye open?
They've got both eyes open. This is what I'm getting to.
Come on then.
This program finished.
Yes.
I thought, what if this half brain was a complete consciousness?
Yes.
So that's Dave the dolphin. He's going about his business. Then he goes to sleep, and then the other half wakes up, and it's Brian, completely different personality with different wants and needs.
Did you say it's called Brian?
Well, it could be Brian or Thomas or any other dolphin there.
I'm being told that Doc Cotton switched off Coronation Street during the soap's 60th anniversary during an episode of EastEnders.
It's a little sly dig, isn't it?
It's a little sly dig. But how did they find this out about dolphins? Did they cut open a dolphin's head? What is dolphin skin made of? Is it made of cork?
Well, I think there must be some blubber in there because there's
blubber. Blubber will be in the inside, but the outside, not cork.
Outside.
Look, hey, this is what I was thinking as well, John. You don't see cork anymore. Have we run out of cork? Because doesn't cork grow underwater?
I thought cork was like a tree.
Okay, maybe. Sponges grow underwater. Maybe cork grows on land. But you don't see cork anymore. Wine bottles have all got screw tops now, don't have cork. And
it seems crazy like they couldn't do that before.
Well, they did but in the 70s and 80s and 90s. If wine had a screw top, it was cheap wine. But now all wine has got a screw top. And in the 70s and 80s, a lot of ceilings in houses were made of cork, not roofs, ceilings. So where's all the cork gone?
Maybe there's just a surplus of cork, and now we're getting into superfoods and things like that. Things that aren't selling well, you just say it's a superfood, so people can buy them. Won't be long before you get super cork and everyone's back into it again.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'd like a pair of cork trousers.
I'd like a pair of cork shoes.
Okay, well, we could go out and be called the Cork Brothers.
We could. We'd be quite fly in our possibly a dolphin skin jacket as well.
If anyone actually knows what's happened to cork, 0344 499 1000. And also, John, can you think of any hand gestures that are defunct? So we don't do the OK anymore. Someone said the Nazi salute, but that apparently is thriving in the dog world. So the Nazi salute is back.
There's a gesture in the mime world that's possibly so difficult that it's becoming redundant.
Go on.
Just from my personal knowledge,
yes.
And that's eating a marshmallow whilst riding a horse.
Right, I'm going to cut you off now, John.
Okay.
There we go. So there's the coffee beans, but that means that. But that always meant Winker, didn't that? Always meant Winker. There's someone on Twitter said the two fingers to your eyes, then pointing at the other person. But I do that with my kids all the time. So redundant hand gestures. Redundant hand gestures are stupid. Stupid idea for a phone. Lazy, stupid, dumb. Phone in topic 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Hey, I know what you're thinking. You got a party coming up soon, and you want to splash out because it's an important party. It's your child's second birthday, so you want to get an entertainer. You don't want to get a magician because kids don't understand physics, so magic doesn't work for them. The whole concept of magic makes no sense because they don't know the rules of the world that the Illuminati have put upon us. So you want to get a singer. So you want to get a good singer. So you want to get Craig David, yeah? How much does Craig David cost to hire for a private party? Over £100,000 for Craig David all over your body. Hunky England rugby ace James Haskell will spend £100,000. By the way, this is in a newspaper, so it's probably made up. To bag Craig David for his wedding to Chloe Madeley. The star has roped in the What's Your Flavour hitmaker to make it the daddy of all weddings. And James, 33, says there will be no chance of super fit Chloe walking away, that's another one of his songs, on the big day, because he's going to hobble her. That's a joke. Not a nice one, but it's a joke. He said, I am like a groomzilla. I've started booking Craig David to perform. I've started booking Craig David to perform? What the hell does that mean? You've started booking Craig David? What? You've sent him a tweet? You've Googled craigdavid.co.uk? I've started booking Craig David to perform. He costs over £100,000 for Craig David. Remember, this is a true story. It's not really a story, but this happened. Craig David once gave me advice on relationships with women. It's true. I interviewed him once. He's a really nice bloke, Craig David. He's a lovely fella. Really nice fella. And he gave me advice because I was struggling a bit with my girlfriend at the time. And he said, you really got to... What did he say? It's something like, you got It was sort of thing you'd imagine Craig David saying, basically saying you got to spoil her and make a fuss of her and stuff, which was inappropriate because we weren't getting on very well at the time. He costs over £100,000, so it'll be an extravagant occasion. The Wasps' flanker has been dating the 30-year-old for 3 years. But fitness expert Chloe, daughter of Richard Madeley and Judy Finnegan, has revealed their relationship is so fiery, she almost dumped him when he proposed. Let's go to the Star says. So let's see what the Star's comment section is. Well, I'll read it, because someone's bothered to write it. The least we can do is read it out loud so you can hear it. This is what they've said. So the Star says, Scrum do. Rugby ace James Haskell has booked Craig David to perform at his wedding to Chloe Madeley. Sounds great. As long as Mum and Dad, Richard and Judy, don't get up on stage for a duet. Well, that's mean. Isn't it? It's mean. 03444991000. Simon and Rosie, stay there. Come to you after this.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.
Talk Radio's packing its suitcase with prizes when we play Grab a Getaway with the Sun Holes from £15. Listen to Julia Hartley Brewer at breakfast every morning this week from 6:30. Identify the hidden holiday hotspot from Julia's cryptic clue and you could grab a getaway and win a 7-night Euro break for a family of 4. Oh yeah! Play Grab a Getaway on Talk Radio with the Sun Holes from £15. For more information, go to thesun.co.uk/holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the sound of someone with a million things to do waiting in. Your time is precious. We're with you. So our engineers call ahead to let you know when they're on their way. Search British Gas Home Care. 95% of engineers call ahead.
Alexa, who is the greatest female athlete ever?
The jury's still out on that one.
Alexa, is Jessica Ennis-Hill the greatest female athlete?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Come on, Alexa, do you even like athletics?
I don't have a body.
Take out Vitality Health or Life Insurance today, and you could get an Amazon Echo Dot, just like Jess. And to find your inner athlete, enable the Vitality Alexa skill for fitness and nutrition tips. To get your Amazon Echo Dot, just search Vitality. New member offer available on certain Vitality plans until the 30th of June 2018. Minimum monthly premiums, terms and conditions apply.
Did you know that in Munich, beer is considered a staple food? Or that there's an actual cave underneath Belgrade? And that nearly 3,000 euros are thrown into the Trevi Fountain in Italy each day? But here's the most amazing thing you should know. With Lufthansa's attractive fares, you can fly within Europe from £89. Book before April 30th for travel until the end of the year. Contact your travel agent or visit Lufthansa.com. Conditions apply. Non-stop you. Lufthansa.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The incredible new sound of Talk Radio.
The No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
The biggest breaking news stories, headline-grabbing guests, and razor-sharp opinion.
Join me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, when I'll be turning up the heat every morning from 6:30 with an essential mix of straight-talking debate, heavyweight political guests, and fearless comment.
Waking up the nation with a brand new breakfast conversation.
The No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
Tomorrow morning from 6:30
on Talk Radio.
It's electric, it's eclectic, it's always rule-free. It's the late-night alternative with that man, Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Good evening, Rosie.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Rosie.
Hiya. Yeah, you were asking where all the cork has gone.
Where has all the cork gone, man?
It's in my mother-in-law's house.
What? She's a cork thief?
Yeah, well, all her hall is lined in cork.
Yep.
And all her, half of her lounge, like it's a through room,
yes.
And the wall each side is lined in cork.
Well, that's got to be a fire. Well, hang on, I was going to say that's a fire hazard. You can't burn cork, can you?
I don't know, can't you? I thought it was like wood, isn't it? Well, I've probably got one out the back I could try.
Have you got a cork and a lighter?
Oh, I've got matches.
Go and light it. Doesn't it just go black? Because it just goes black and makes like a kind of... You can write with it.
Yeah, like,
But it doesn't
like
burn.
charcoal.
Yeah, it goes charcoal. Well, burn it, see what happens.
Oh, hang on, I've got
Here we go, this is
one
exciting.
first, hang on.
We've got cork burning live.
Oh, I'm just looking to see if I've got any old enough bottles that would have a cork in.
You can open it?
Well, maybe.
Don't, hang on a minute.
Set fire to the top of it.
No, don't set fire to the top of it, because then you've got a Molotov cocktail. It'll blow up.
Have you got it? No, they're all screw top, you know.
They all are, exactly. This is the thing. The cork
I'll
has...
have to phone you next time I'm around her house and we could try setting fire to the walls.
Try and set fire to her wall and see what happens. No, I don't think it burns.
Oh, I can't prove it.
Okay, well...
Well, when I've tried it, I'll ring you another time. But also earbuds we talked about last
Oh,
night.
yeah. This is the great scandal of our day, is they're getting rid of earbuds, cotton buds. They're called cotton buds, yeah.
Well, why is that then?
Sorry?
Because why are they getting rid of them?
Because too many people were getting ear aids from them.
What?
AIDS of the ear.
Oh.
They give
That's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, no, they give you ear cancer. No, because they're made of plastic, and so they're getting rid of straws, which kind of makes sense. I've never understood why, as an adult, when I order, if I go into like Pizza Express or something and go, "Can I have a lemonade, please?" and they bring it to me,
Yeah.
and there's a straw in it. I'm not 7. I can pick up the glass and drink from it, but of course I always find myself supping through a straw. So they're getting rid of straws. And they are getting, because of David Blooming Attenborough and his tongue up the Queen's jacksie, the royal jacksie, we are getting rid of all plastic. So straws are going, the little stirrers are going from cocktails and cotton buds.
Yeah, but the cotton buds aren't all made of plastic, are they? You get the Johnson's ones, other makes are available.
Johnson's are plastic.
No, they're not.
No, they are. They come in the little cardboard tub with the see-through lid, and they're sort of set in a swirl. They're plastic.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
All right, I've got some upstairs.
Go, have you? Or is it like the cork where you won't have any?
No, I really, really have got some upstairs.
Okay, go on, let's have a look.
Yeah, this mobile will work upstairs. Because they're 2 floors up.
Okay, 2 floors up. Listen to you in your fancy townhouse.
No, it's got a room in the attic.
Oh, loft conversion.
Yes. There we are. Right, okay.
Okay, here we go. This is it. This is the great debate.
Right, that is definitely not plastic.
Right, it's definitely Johnson's, yeah?
No, yep.
Right.
I'm bending him in half.
Right. Does it bend?
It's not snapping. Yeah, it bends.
Right. And it doesn't snap?
No.
It's plastic?
It's not plastic.
Well, hang on a minute. What are you suggesting it is then? Paper?
Well, yeah. You know those little lollipops you used to get? Come in a big packet. They're like round and flat and different colours.
Yes.
And they had a stick that when you chewed it for a long time, it kind of went all...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what they are.
Yeah, plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sticks were plastic. Those sticks were plastic. On the lollies.
That's more like paper. I'm grinding it in my teeth.
Oh.
And it's...
Rosie's grinding on the phone.
It's kind of like going all clothy. Like paper. It's paper. All I can see is... Yeah. It's paper.
Okay, well then in that case,
you can't get rid of them because I use them in my craft shop to do eyes on animals and things.
Okay. Isn't it? Is the most satisfying thing though when you get it in your ear and you get out a big old clunk of brown.
I've got a bit of an OCD thing about that. When I open the drawer and they're in there, I just can't resist.
Oh, you can't resist. I found
put one in.
That as I've got older, the last 6 months, last year, I've woken up every day with really waxy ears. My body is has gone nuts in wax production.
Oh, I've got to do one now.
Yeah, go on, do it. Let us know what comes out.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's just such a lovely tickly feeling, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Rosie.
Actually, not much on it.
Doesn't matter. Now do the other one. Do the other ear. Do the other ear. Good girl.
About a year since I phoned up and I'm on the phone doing my ears.
Doing ear sex.
Disgusting. I remember when I was drying my hair once and waiting for you and Cass to answer.
I love it. You are.
Cass goes, oh, she's drying her hair.
Yeah. Absolute
Yeah.
filth. This is what this radio show is about. It's about middle-aged people getting off on cleaning out ears. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Well, that's sorted, Rosie.
Yeah, that was...
Speak to you in a year?
That's fine. Yeah, about a year. I'll find something else loony to talk about.
See you later on. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's try Kevin.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
How are you, Ian?
Hello, Kevin.
Hello. I'm here in Merseyside, Liverpool. Good results today for Liverpool for that trip.
Okay.
I'm just ringing up about that bloke. He said he drank
this bloke's genuine.
pints.
Yes.
What a load of crap.
Okay.
And what it is, I've been an alcoholic myself for 40 years. And I have.
Yeah.
I lost my brother, like, he was in the paratroop regiment. And,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And he passed away, in the Falklands. And that was it. I lost my dad 4 weeks later after that.
Wow. That's terrible.
2 funerals within a month.
Yeah, that's hard, man. I'm sorry.
And it wrecked my brain.
Of course it did.
And it still does to this day.
You must miss them a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm on medication myself, like you, Ian. I'm on medication myself now. Yeah. I'm on about a plan and all that. But I shouldn't say too much thing. He's also keeps selling me off, but I can't help it. I'm having a drink now.
You still drinking, man?
Yeah, I'm still drinking to this day, yeah. I had half a bottle of whiskey today.
Yeah.
I have cut it down to what I have drunk.
You've cut it down to half a bottle of whiskey. Wow, what were you drinking before, brother?
A litre bottle a day.
Oh, mate.
And it made me ill for days. I couldn't eat nothing.
No.
Ugh. Hot and cold sweats a lot.
You,
I've been in rehab.
Yeah.
I've been in a psychiatric hospital with drug-induced psychosis because I used to take LSD. And amphetamine sulfate.
You want to die, don't you?
What's that? Well, I got suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, I get that vibe because no one drinks that much, and wants to stay alive.
No, I don't. Because I've got my mum now, and she's in hospital. She's got dementia, you know. That's wrecking my brain a bit. And that's it, you know. And I'll just say, it was sort of a fella, really, you know, but a plant pot.
Well, don't listen. You know better than most, Kevin, that we are all, you know, we're all carrying whatever it is we're carrying, and we're all doing this journey, and it's hard work, man, and different people cope in different ways. Can I ask, how old are you, Kevin?
I'm 45.
Okay, same age as me. So you were, what you'd have been about 9, 10 when your brother and your dad passed away?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard.
My brother was in the parachute.
You must have been very. I was about to ask a really stupid question. Then, you know, sometimes you ask things without thinking. I was about to say, was he older than you? Well, he wasn't going to be younger than you, was he? If he's in the paras,
he'd be in his 50s now.
You must be, and you must have been at the time, very proud of him.
I was.
Yeah.
Well, we had the military, the paras, the funeral, the send off. I mean, it's quite a few.
Yeah, I bet.
Last what's it called? The last post.
Yeah, that's a moving piece of music at the best of times.
Yeah.
Well, I thank your brother for his service.
I know you've got to go with him.
No, whoa. I ain't got to go nowhere. I ain't got to go nowhere yet. I was just saying.
Listen to them other bloody talkRADIO. What are they?
What?
I'm not going to say the station is a born. All they talk about is politics.
Well, you won't get that on this show.
You always talk. You just want to talk.
Well, Kevin, listen. I'm not wrapping up yet. Hang on a second. First of all, genuinely, thank you to your brother for his service. I mean that, right? And I'm sorry for the loss the losses that you've had. Secondly, you can call me any time you want. Thirdly, and I don't say this to make you feel bad, but what do you think your brother would say now if he saw you like this?
He'd be telling me off.
What would he say? What would he say?
My brother was a drinker as well, though, which is understandable for what he went through and all that. He was in Northern Ireland as well. He's fit in Northern Ireland.
But I doubt he'd be doing. I doubt he'd be doing half a bottle of whiskey.
No, like me.
I also suspect that he would have been able to. He sounds like a very strong, and I mean physically and mentally and emotionally, very strong person, and I'm sure he would have been able to pull himself together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He could put a stand on it.
Yeah. Maybe just have a think about. Maybe have a think about him and about what he would, what he would say to you if he saw you like this, because you're better than this, Kevin.
Yeah.
You deserve better than this.
Yeah, well, I know you undergo depression and all that. It's horrible.
Here's the thing, right? 13 and a half years ago, I couldn't stop taking cocaine, right? I couldn't stop taking that and other drugs. Couldn't stop doing it. And it was killing me. And it ruined my career. And it ruined my relationship I was in. And I treated people around me like absolute pieces of garbage. You know what I mean? I was mean and I lied and I was deceptive and I manipulated and I bullied people that cared for me, right? And then, I kind of got clean and I stopped drinking and I managed to put down the Charlie, and I managed to kind of crack on with my life. And I did it by going to places like NA and stuff like that, and AA. And apart from a little wobble since coming out of Australia, a little wobble that's been more than a wobble, I've had to...
Wibbly wobbly.
It's been very wibbly, very wobbly, Kevin.
Wobbly.
Very wibbly, very wobbly, and it got a little bit hairy.
Remember you in the past when you were on the 11 o'clock show?
Oh, yeah, you remember that.
I love you, with Ali G and all that.
Ali G and Ricky Gervais and Daisy and all of that.
Where's Ali G these days?
He's in America making movies and earning millions of dollars. I'm not bitter! Kevin, what I'm saying is, I was a hopeless case, and I wanted to die, and I was slowly killing myself. And I went and sat in rooms with like-minded people, and eventually I got it, and I realised that there was a different way to live. And you can still get it, man. You're the same age as me, man. And you can get life beyond your wildest dreams, and you don't have to drink.
I was with a girlfriend, like, but I split up because of alcohol and stuff.
Yeah, it ruins relationships. You tried AA?
I've got no kids, though.
Okay. No. Well, that's kind of a blessing, because, you know, no kid wants an alcoholic as a parent.
I wouldn't bring a kid in the first world of crap. That's what it is to me.
Have you tried Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, I'm under the association, my local addiction. They do alcohol and drugs, but I don't take hard drugs anymore. I'm only cigarettes and alcohol.
Okay, well, then you can say you can still die from cigarettes and alcohol. I know it sounds like a great rock and roll lifestyle, but it's pony. Listen, man, the only thing I can say to you is, it's not hopeless.
I don't want to depress you, Ian, you know.
No, you're not depressing me. You're not depressing me. You're not depressing me at all, right? And we're going to go to the news in a bit, and I'll get on with the show, and the last hour of the show will be what it'll be.
I'll be listening to you.
Well, you can call me any time you want, Kevin, but I want you to listen to this one thing. Take in this one thing and remember this one thing, right? You don't have to drink. And if you stop drinking, you know, it sounds like you probably have to do it under guidance, because you drink a lot, so you can't...
If it suddenly stop, I could have an alcoholic fit.
Yeah, exactly. You sound like you'd have to do it with the help of a doctor and an alcohol advisor, because if you stop suddenly, it could probably kill you.
Librium when I was in hospital. Put me on Librium. Don't let you there.
I've heard of Librium. That's a strong old drug. But if you want to stop, man, you can stop.
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm really sorry for your losses, and I love you, brother, and you deserve better. It's my job, man. It's my job, and it's a pleasure.
I love your show.
Thank you, mate. We'll speak to you soon, Kevin. Take care.
All right, ta-ra.
The phone number for Alcoholics Anonymous, we Google it. Google it if you want. It's 0800 9177 650. 0800 9177 650. Or just Google Alcoholics Anonymous, and you look for a meeting. Oh, that's sad, man. Right, this is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Join the Talk Nation. Pick up your phone and Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holes from £15. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests, and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holes from £15.
I'm fine. Honestly, thank you.
Breaks all year round. For more information, go to thesun.co.uk/holidays.
Isn't it annoying when your battery dies just as you're about to book those flights? Or when you're trying to stream your favourite show and it freezes just as you get to the good bit? At John Lewis, we've got an affordable range of laptops that won't let you down. They're fast, light and long-lasting, with SSD storage and powerful Intel processors. They also come with a 2-year guarantee included at no extra cost. And if you need a hand deciding which one is right for you, visit us at your local John Lewis to speak to one of our expert partners.
Cast your mind back and think.
Were you ever contacted out of the blue for a pension review? Were you advised to move your work or personal pension into a SIP, self-invested personal pension?
Yes, I was.
You could be due thousands if you were missold. Money Redress are trusted claim specialists in pension and investment mis-selling. They'll manage the whole claim for you on a no payout, no fee basis, so you can't lose. Text WIN to 85077.
Guess what? I just got a pay rise.
I got a pay rise too. And so did I.
That's because on the 1st of April, the national minimum wage
and the national living wage both went up.
What's more, it's your legal right to receive it.
Find out if you're due a pay rise too. Check your pay at gov.uk/check-your-pay.
The national minimum wage
and the national living wage. It's a step up in pay.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
Good morning, I'm Carl Hartley. A High Court judge has ruled a terminally ill toddler may not be taken abroad for treatment, but can go home. 23-month-old Alfie Evans has been taken off life support at Liverpool's Alderhay Hospital, but doctors say his condition means further treatment would be futile. Police say the man accused of murdering 10 pedestrians on a busy Toronto street posted a cryptic message online beforehand. Facebook's since deleted the 25-year-old's account, saying there's no place for people who commit such horrendous acts. He's in custody, charged with 10 counts of murder. Local Chief Coroner Dirk Heyer says they've not yet officially identified the victims.
We recognise the significance of those and their friends who are desperate to understand and to know the true identities of those who have died.
Donald Trump's been praising what he calls his special relationship with the French president, with some calling it a bromance. The pair have been discussing issues including the Iran nuclear deal, North Korea and trade. A man's been arrested after violence erupted ahead of Liverpool's Champions League clash with Roma at Anfield. A 53-year-old man was attacked with Italian fans thought to be using their belts as weapons. Liverpool won the semi-final first leg 5-2. And thousands of people are pledging to run 3.7 miles in memory of a London marathon runner who collapsed before the finish mark on Sunday. More than £130,000 has been donated to Matt Campbell's Just Giving page after the 29-year-old's death. A rainy night for most. Wednesday will see a mix of blustery showers and sunny spells.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
go, huh? That's never been heard before. That's never been heard. I got a record label and we're putting that bad boy out. That's never been heard before. It's Michael Nesmith and the First National Band, live at the Troubadour. I just thought we needed a little, it's been a bit heavy. I thought we needed a little spiritual uplift. And what's more spiritually uplifting than, a weird song about going to Rio. Or not, as the case may be. Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee. We are here Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock at night. Paul Ross will be in at 1. Don't forget, you can, of course, listen to us on DAB, download the app, or go to talkradio.co.uk. It's a phone-in show unlike any other, in that I sit here and talk nonsense and stuff comes out of my head and out of my mouth, and sometimes I regret sharing some things and sometimes I don't regret sharing some things, and that's all fine. And you, dear listener, you can phone in about absolutely anything you want, and we try and avoid... we try and avoid the big stories, because everywhere else is doing the big stories. This weird thing about Trump and the French Macron, is it Macron? And the everyone else is doing that. Everyone else is doing Corbyn and anti-Semitism. Everyone else is doing that. How many times have you heard a phone in about Brexit, for crying out loud? Dear Lord. But you won't have heard a game based on guessing the colours of recycling bins in different councils around the country. So there you go. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Good evening, Dickie.
Good evening, dear. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Dickie.
Lovely. You earlier were speaking about, what's his name, Craig David, and he was allegedly paid a lot of money to go to a wedding.
Well, over £100,000, according to the newspaper, but I don't believe anything I read in the newspapers.
Nor do I. Now, a couple of years ago, I was having a small sherry party, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we got a celebrity to come and perform as something different,
Something different.
So we all put a bit of money in.
And did you get Craig David?
No, we didn't. We were after the Beverly Sisters.
Oh, sisters. Yep.
But one of them had died the week before.
Oh.
So they weren't...
You think that would reduce the rate significantly, though?
Well,
by at least a third,
discount.
yeah.
A third discount. Anyway, what we really wanted was Rusty Lee and Leslie Joseph. Because we like Rusty Lee because we got her album. We always play it at parties. We thought a live version.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Rusty Lee the chef did an album?
Oh, it's called Tropical Party Time, and it's wonderful.
I'll be the judge of that.
It's any party goes with the swing if you've got it, but we thought live version.
Rusty Lee,
and we
wanted...
wanted...
Hang on a minute. Tropical Party Time. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. All right, let's have...
Oh, wonderful.
Well, this is... Oh, this is very low. Let's see if we can find a better quality. That's Rusty Lee singing Barbados. Surprisingly, it's not coming up on YouTube. That must mean it's no. All right. Okay. Fine. Yep.
Yes. So we wanted.
Hang on a minute. Now.
That's it.
This is Rusty Lee singing "Don't Mess With My Toot Toot." And by toot toot, I think she means her vagina.
Oh.
This is the remixed 12-inch version. Yeah! This is all right! Hey, that's not bad. One of my weirdest experiences, Dickie, and maybe I could have helped you out, was I was in a green room waiting to go on television, and I was being taught harmonies by Dave Benson Phillips and Rusty Lee to, I think it, what was it we were singing? I think it was a song from Bugsy Malone, but I can't be 100% sure. So
I would have killed to have been there.
I know.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's great, although I did see her be very rude to a pregnant woman, but, These things happen.
So that's the dark side of show business. It's the hidden side we don't see.
It is the hidden side that you don't see. Yes.
So, I wanted Leslie Joseph to do that bit in Birds of a Feather where she wore that tight dress and fell about singing like a virgin.
Yes.
So anyway, I phoned an agency and got some prices.
Yeah.
And we divvied it all up. So I tell you how much they were, or would that be offensive if they're listening?
Give us the prices. Come on.
Well, Rusty Lee wanted £300.
What?
For the evening.
Wow!
And Leslie Joseph wanted 175. Well, that was within our budget, you see.
Yeah.
So I said to the woman, I won't name names because she should be ashamed of herself.
Yeah.
I said to the woman at the agency, oh, that sounds fine, gave her the dates and everything.
Wow.
She phoned back. She said, I'm just thinking about it. She said, wouldn't you prefer to pay a bit more by watching this out of 100 quid?
Yes. Oh, Dickie, your line's breaking up just as we're getting to the nuts and bolts of this.
Oh, can you hear me?
No, we can hear you now, Dickie.
Lovely. She said, for
yes.
another £500 you could have Gemma Collins.
Oh, yes, okay, delightful, yeah. Yeah.
No, I thought that was an insult to Rusty Lee and Leslie Joseph.
Well, Gemma Collins is Gemma Collins, I've worked with Gemma as well. She's very current.
But she's no Rusty Lee.
Is anyone?
No.
There's only one Rusty.
Yes.
Yep.
So we didn't go ahead with it because the woman didn't feel, she didn't sound enthusiastic. I didn't trust her to put the thing together.
Yeah.
And, I didn't want to let people down. I didn't want to say we've got Rusty Lee and Leslie Joseph off Birds of a Feather in her dress singing like a virgin, and they didn't turn up.
Well, Dickie, listen, you certainly know how to have a sherry party. Thank you very much indeed for that. Dear God. Good evening, Simon.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm really confused, but I'm good.
Yeah, good. I don't know how I can top that one, really.
We can't. We reset the clock now.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go to that party.
Yeah. Well, wowzers. Anyway, what you got for us, Simon?
I just want to have a whinge about Craig David, if I can.
Wowzers, it's turned into an anti-Craig David hotline. How can we help?
Well, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm from Southampton, so is he, right?
Yeah. Oh.
The way that he's portrayed is that everybody in Southampton walks around with Craig David on the tip of their tongue.
What?
And it's not the case at all.
Well, hang on a minute. You say you walk around with Craig David on the tip of your tongue. Where exactly on his body are these Southampton tongues meant to be?
No, you know what I'm saying. It's like, he's portrayed to be this huge star. And maybe back in 1992, when I left school, he did have that one big hit. Nobody's heard or seen of him.
No, he was big. He was big last year. He had a big album last year.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because when I was listening to local radio, because I used to listen to my local radio for years before I saw the light and discovered talk radio.
Well done.
All of a sudden, out of the blue, everyone on there is going on about Craig David. And
yes.
I thought, well, hang on a minute, where's this come from? Because, he ain't been about for the best part of 20-odd years. But it was as if the bloke had never disappeared off the scene.
His fingers on the pulse.
It's totally false.
What?
Because if you were to put him in a category, he wouldn't even be C or D list.
Wow. That's harsh.
And so I've got to say to Craig David, if he happens to be listening, how dare you charge that amount of money for your presence? but I would happily pay £100,000 to have Lee Francis's version of Craig David at my wedding.
Here's what I'm getting from you, Simon. Jealousy. Jealousy. Someone made it big in Southampton. And it's like you're like the girls that used to watch the Beatles in the cavern before they became famous, and then when they went to London, they got all upset and jealous, and then they went to America, and it's like they're not my Beatles anymore. So in a Scouse act, they're not my Beatles anymore. They're not my Beatles anymore. I don't know what that. And you're like that, but in Southampton and with Craig David.
No.
Yeah.
It's my hometown. I'm not born and bred here. It don't mean anything to me. Just like the football team.
Well, you phoned up to complain about how Southampton and Craig David's relationship is portrayed. I suggest it does mean something to you, sir.
Well, nah, I'm sorry, mate. I can't. I just feel very strongly about it.
If you had to punch Craig David, what part of his body would you punch him in?
Right in the teeth.
Thanks very much indeed. We don't condone any violence against R&B stars, but it's good to know. Craig, maybe you should get some sort of protection around the mouth area. Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Hello. What are you going to do at the end of your shift? Just go to bed?
Well, I'll go home first.
It just seems like I've been listening. I listen to you a lot, mate. Yeah. And it just seems people wind you up, and it just feels like you bite into it. What are you going to do at the end of your shift? Go to bed?
I'm probably going to drive home, stop off and get a light snack at the petrol station. Then go home.
I have no idea where you work. I spoke to you before, Bob. You were both from Slough, and it just winds me up that you bite.
Well, shall I tell you how I will relieve the tension?
Going to Britwell?
Well, no, I won't be going to. Shall I tell you how I will relieve the tension? How I relieve the tension after the show when I get home?
Tell me.
I knock one out.
Okay.
And then the tension, sounds like fun. The tension escapes from my body, and I relax, and chemicals are fired off in my brain, and I fall asleep with a smile on my face.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
That's how
I've
it's
been
done.
listening to you for a while now.
Yeah.
And everyone seems to just wind you up, and you seem to bite into it. Is that the story? Is it you just buy into their nonsense, or what?
Are you saying bite into or buy into?
Bite. You bite
into.
All the time. Is that the story? You just bite into their nonsense? Because most of the time they're talking shit.
All right, that's a yellow card.
You can't give me a red card. They're talking shit, mate.
Okay,
most of the time.
Okay, right.
We came from Britwell.
Stephen. Just watch your language. There's two of those I'll let you get away with. Let's not have any more, because we're having a nice conversation. I know the Britwell estate.
You know they're talking nonsense, right?
There we go. That's better.
Fella was talking nonsense. Proper. I won't swear again, but they're talking nonsense.
Now you were about to mock his posh voice.
No, I ain't even on that. I was just listening to your whole.
My
and
whole?
Then they jump.
You're listening to my whole?
I was listening. I've been listening to you for weeks.
Yeah.
I did. Because a lot of people. I'm probably doing it myself, but I don't understand why they talk nonsense.
Right.
Right, they talk nonsense.
You know, can I refer you back? You know when you just said, I'm probably doing it myself?
Yeah.
You are.
You are.
Yeah. But that's fine. But what's wrong with talking nonsense? What's wrong with talking nonsense? There's nothing wrong with it.
But as long as you know you're talking nonsense. As long as I know I'm talking nonsense.
But you don't. You had to have it. You had to have it highlighted that you were talking nonsense.
Pardon?
Yeah, you had to have it highlighted that you were talking nonsense.
No, I'm talking nonsense.
Once I pointed it out.
I know what nonsense is.
I bet you do.
Some of the callers actually don't know what they're doing.
And you do?
No, I haven't got a clue, mate.
Exactly! Do you see? You've become one of them!
Oh, shit, I'm never going to ring you again, then.
Thanks very much for calling, Stephen. 03444991000. Did I do the quarter past break? I didn't do it. Do you know what? As we were talking to the last caller, I was thinking, did I do the... Yeah, I did do it, because I remember I was looking down. But we didn't do it. Wow, this is outrageous behaviour. Let's do it.
Talk Radio.
Speakers down, please.
For the UK.
Pick up your phone and talk radio.
We'll get you talking.
Wine and cheese. Thank you and please. Batman and Robin.
Thelma and Louise. Some pairings simply fit hand in hand, like Sky Entertainment and unlimited broadband. Save over 25%. It's yours for the taking. Enjoy big screen dramas and all the shows you've been craving. Catch up TV on tap and your usage uncapped. Get it all together. That's it. That's a wrap.
Now existing or new Sky TV customers can get Sky Entertainment and broadband for £40 a month for 18 months including line rental. Set up from £29.95. Search Sky Offer. Kit loaned at no cost. Separate contracts. TV 18 months. Broadband 12 months. £20 each. Router delivery £9.95. Compares prices after 18 months. TV £25. Broadband 30. New broadband customers. Sky Network areas.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
Oh.
And having to fork out for a new one.
Oh.
Then finding out you can get interest-free credit until the 31st of May.
Oh.
Not blowing your savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you. Search British Gas New Boiler. Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
Right now at Homebase, there's 3 for 2 on all paint and wood care. Hurry, offer ends soon. Homebase, always your home, always low prices. In-store only, cheapest item free, excludes clearance outlets.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The late-night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Just another 30 minutes or so before Paul Ross comes in and does his thing. Rescuers had to use steel cutters to remove a man's penis ring. It had become stuck and was cutting off the blood flow, posing a permanent threat to his manhood. It took firefighters 20 minutes to remove the ring, and the man is now in hospital in southeast Spain with swelling and bruising on the old fella. Huh? What happened there? I got a penis ring stuck on me. Firefighters said it was not the first time they had been called to deal with such an incident in the region. It's not the same bloke, is it? You'd think you'd get a bigger penis ring, or butter. Would butter do it? Would butter do it? They've also rescued a man who managed to get a testicle trapped in a chair. I mean, wowzers. 0344 4991000. For the first time tonight, the phone lines are empty. My work here is done. There's a really weird story in the central. I've not read it. I never read these stories. I see the headline and go, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. There's a story about Harold Shipman. Cops who caught serial killer speak out for the first time. 265 victims. But still people believe Shipman was the best doctor ever. Who are they asking? They're not asking me. Harold Shipman. They thought he was the best family GP you could hope for. Caring, charming, and always willing to squeeze in a home visit. Yeah, I bet he was. 265 victims. That's insane, isn't it? 265. Flippin' heck. Patients were so fond of him they would bring him gifts back from their holidays abroad. And even after they found out that their beloved Dr. Harold Shipman was Britain's worst serial killer, responsible for the murders of 265 patients, some keep on singing his praises. Oh, he may have been a murderer, but he was such a lovely man. He smelt so nice. Incredulous former detective constable Dave O'Brien, who was on the team that brought the fiend to justice, told The Sun, older people in the community still love him. They still think the world of him. The fact that he murdered people just seems to go over their heads. What did he do? Did he kill himself? He killed himself, didn't he? Didn't he hang himself? Was that Fred West? Or did they both hang themselves? We have to read the story now to find out. I think we think him and Freddie West hanged themselves. hung themselves. By the time he started killing in West Yorkshire in March 1975, Shipman already had a raging drug addiction. The Sun can reveal he was sometimes so desperate for a high he would inject his penis with a form of heroin. Okay. But soon his overriding craving was for cold-blooded murder. He systematically groomed We've not had a... I'm not saying this to make light of it. We've not had a Fred West or a Shipman for a while, have we? I don't think we've had one for a long time. Like a messed up serial killer kind of thing. We've not had that for a long time in this country. Means we're probably due one. He systematically groomed the community, winning its trust to get away with killing his prey, often elderly and vulnerable patients with lethal injections. Now, 20 years since his arrest, the police who brought down Dr. Death have spoken out for the first time. In a new ITV documentary screening on Thursday, Dave O'Brien, now 77, recalls, "I'd never worked on anything like that case in my life. I'd worked on lots and lots of murders, but nothing like Shipman had ever happened. It was massive." People in the community didn't believe it. They thought we'd got it all wrong and that there would be an explanation somewhere along the line. They thought the world of him, that he was God's gift. He obviously believed he was invincible. He was an arrogant bastard, without a doubt. All right, mate, what's your language? People to this day still think he was the best doctor ever. Shipman was arrested in September 1998, age 52. 52! Right, that's 7 years older than me. He looks ancient. He looks like about 67. Flipping heck, man. That's the toll that murder and injecting your penis with a form of heroin will have on you. You will age before your time. In January 2000, he was convicted of the murder of 15 elderly patients and sentenced to 15 life sentences. A public inquiry launched a year later found the former family doctor had really killed up to 265 patients over 23 years. In January 2004, age 57, Shipman hanged himself in prison. Wowzers. Wowzers. It's nuts, isn't it? No, it's literally nuts that anyone would do that, but you do wonder, don't you? But there's got to be one brewing. In this country, we've not had one for a while. I tell you what we've not really had in this country. Because dear listener, I'm not obsessed. Obsessed paints a horrific image of myself. I have a morbid fascination with Fritzl, with Joseph Fritzl, who I was reading last week has dementia. But I'm really, again, I'm not into, that sounds wrong, but I just find the whole Fritzl thing fascinating, and I find the abductions of people for years at a time fascinating. And there's Fritzl, and there was Natasha Kampusch, and there were the 3 women in America, 3 or 4 women in America that were held for a decade. But we don't really get those over here. There was kind of one, wasn't there? The woman whose dad was a Maoist cult leader in, I'm going to say East London, but I need to clip my neck. Hang on. Oh, where is it? No, it's gone. There it is. There it was. It was in there somewhere. the Maoist cult leader in East London, and his daughter escaped, and it was all a bit of like a sex thing going on. But that's the closest we've come. We tend not to get them in this country, which is probably a good thing. Oh, flipping it! Right, by the way, so there's a royal baby, and man alive, the Sun and the Daily Mail are really vying to see who can get their tongue up the royal posterior the furthest. The front page of the Sun: cry for Mummy, England and St George. It's a souvenir edition, it says on the front page, so keep it, because it will be worth literally nothing in 50 years' time. So the Sun, right, royal baby, most dull, boring, pointless, stupid story. And I quite like the royal family, right? I'm not one of these, let's get rid of the royal family, because I quite like them, right? But this baby, I mean, flipping it, they've got two already, right? So the Sun, page 1. Page 2 and 3. Page 4 and 5. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Page 6 and 7. Call him Arthur, says our Arthur. The Sun's royal photographer, Arthur Edwards, said he hoped the new prince would share his name. Page 8 and 9. Page 11. Then they stop. Right. Got to page 11. That's not royal baby coverage, says the Daily Mail. Page 1, his first royal wave. Shut up! Page... Is this a souvenir edition? 16-page souvenir pull-out. Page 2 and 3. Page 4 and 5. Page 6 and 7. Page 8 and 9. Page 10 and 11. Page 13. Page 14 and 15. Page 16 and 17. Page 18 and 19. 19. It's outrageous. Who cares? Who flipping cares about a flipping baby? 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are Talk.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
A tough and overgrown lawn never gets in the way of the McCulloch man when there's a match on. Like a powerful striker with his McCulloch lawnmower. He has the power to get the job done, cutting the lawn down to size well before the pre-match build-up, leaving it looking good enough to host the Cup final. Get your McCulloch lawnmower and other garden power tools at good DIY stores nationwide or at McCulloch.com. McCulloch, the power to get the job done.
Tradesman, with Direct Line you can get public liability insurance from £54. Based on 10% of coverage from the 1st of May 2017 to the 31st of October 2017. Includes add-ons.
An emergency message from Sky Store. Calling all friends of the Resistance. This is our darkest hour. And the First Order is approaching. If there are any Jedi out there, any rebels, now is the time. Spread the word. You're our only hope.